Yeah, that's right. I said it. The Mario movie is mid. And there's nothing you could do about it. It's the most movie ever. The Mario movie is mid. Mid-air among my favorite movies in the 2020s? Ah, dude, it's so good! Sorry, everyone. I needed a hug. The Super Mario movie has left a lasting impression on me, as somebody who knows the bare minimum of what the games are about. When we all saw that Illumination was spearheading the movie, we all went from
How and why and how and why
to... Of course I know Mario, Luigi, Pesco, Daisy, the guys he tells you not to worry about, and so on. I was not fortunate enough to grow up playing all the Mario games, so I would like to share with you guys what a general dude who barely knows anything Mario thinks about this mad lad of a video game movie. But first, a little disclaimer, I don't represent everyone who saw this movie. These thoughts are my thoughts and my thoughts alone, so you're free to agree or disagree with my thoughts. If I say anything wrong, feel free to correct me. So without further ado,
Let's go!
Okay! So first, I'll talk about my thoughts before the movie came out. Everybody knows about the less than amused Rotten Tomato experts bashing on the movie. They kept complaining about how it's nothing but an Easter egg hunt and nothing more, and the story is just bland. They're not wrong, but I don't think this movie is for critics. It's for fans, the general audiences. We've seen this legendary clip of 10 or so soundtracks playing while Mario was going around the Mushroom Kingdom. To me, a simple story about a guy rescuing his brother is fine. The way I see it, I like how the story is simple, so that it gives room for other things to be appreciated, like the music references and the cameos. Like Pablo from the Backyardigans, Yoshi. It's heavily geared towards those who are fans of the games or have heard of them who love Easter eggs, including me. And that's awesome! There's no satisfaction greater than knowing what everyone else is talking about.
I do that.
And the music, game elements, and cameos do not disappoint. To the critics who hate the movie regardless,
It's time to stop!
the Easter eggs do not take away from the movie for me. It's a way for us, and the makers of the movie, to pay homage to Miyamoto-san's legacy through Mario. Yeah, that's right, I'm a weeb. And also we have different expectations from the movie, which is fine. Rotten Tomatoes wants something new and revolutionary. I like me some Mario Easter eggs, and the characters being done justice. However, these numbers don't lie, so go cry about it. Now let's talk about the cast. Chris Pratt was
It's me, Mario.
not bad as Mario. They just used his worst performances out of his alright performance. Peach sounded like a badass. When I first saw her in one of the trailers, wow, I did not expect that manly girl voice. But I'm glad that Anya Taylor-Joy shook things up. Peach is cool again. Bowser and Luigi carried this movie. I've been a fan of Jack Black since Kung Fu Panda, so I was thrilled to see that he nailed Bowser. The last time I've heard of Charlie Day was from Benny from the Lego Movie, and he was even greater as Luigi. Speaking of Luigi, I kind of found it weird that Luigi was the one being rescued instead of Peach, but the more I think about it, and the more I've heard of people talk about it, the more it kind of makes sense. Okay, hear me out. From what I've seen, most of the Mario games that follow the format of the original Super Mario and the free-roaming sandbox world of Super Mario 64, the dominant way to play is single-player mode. So of course it makes sense that Mario is the only eyes that we have in this universe in the movie. But do they need it to split up? No, of course not. When they're transported into this magical Mushroom Kingdom, I'd be very interested to see their brotherly relationship being put to the test. Especially with the theory going around that Mario is a terrible brother to Luigi. But we got the endearing fact that Mario's trying to rescue his brother in unknown dangerous territory. He would not be willing to go through all these extraneous lengths and fight the Galapagos Island tortoise over here to rescue somebody who he doesn't know. So in short, the story of the Mario movie is simple, but it's sprinkled with all these Easter eggs that everybody can appreciate. And the changes they made to the characters in the trailer are surprises that I was pleasantly caught off guard. Now these are my thoughts after seeing the movie, so there will be spoilers ahead.
Spoilers!
I know I've talked about the music references before, but oh my gulay, the composers are geniuses! Misters Brian Taylor and Koji Kondo? Thank you so much for helping these people relive their memories, good or bad. And Miyamoto-san, thank you especially for taking on this project. Dude, the DK rap, I did not expect. I've only seen it as a meme. Then there's the Super Mario Super Show theme, the underground level theme in the original Super Mario Bros. Captain Toad, the freaking Mario Kart 8 select screen? So good! But the pop culture reference music, I kinda don't understand. They played I Need a Hero when Mario was training in the obstacle course. But did they really have to play Take On Me when DK Jungle was shown? Or Kong Kingdom, what is it called? Do let me know, I'm actually not sure. I get it, it's Hollywood. I love listening to the song by itself, but to me it doesn't fit. And then all the original pieces of music that they added was also really nice. I think this was the only time that I ever liked Baby Mario and Baby Luigi. Now I'm gonna gush on about the characters, because I'm a fan of dissecting characters. I love how Mario is flawed in this movie. Because Mario is Nintendo's mascot, he's depicted as trustworthy, confident, a ladies' man, and optimistic 24/7. In the movie, he's pretty hot-tempered. Their former boss Spike, telling them that they amount to nothing or something like that. And then Mario steps in. In fact, anytime that Luigi's being picked on, Mario's all like,
Mario's gonna do something very illegal.
this should be the final nail in the coffin for that theory about Mario being a bad brother. I mean, sure, he did step on Luigi's shoe after he won. And sure, Mario left Luigi behind when he and Peach went on a balloon, but we all have our bad days, right? And he also doesn't get along with everyone initially. When I saw Mario and Peach meet for the first time, I thought that Mario would be how respectful he was to Peach in the games, but he thought of nothing but his brother. And he actually gave Peach attitude. And then there's his rivalry with Donkey Kong. It was out of nowhere, but I liked seeing the two bicker and reconcile after finding out they both have daddy issues. Also, is it me, or does this guy look like an old sprite of Mario? And is he playing his own game? After doing some research, I just found out this is the Jumpman. I love how Luigi is more than cowardly again. That Luigi Mansion game showed that he can put up a fight when he needs to. And it definitely shows in his scenes. He's very dependent on his brother, but he trusts him with his life. Like, he helped Mario say "So long, gay Bowser" at the final fight. That was such a huge missed opportunity. Dude, my entire theater said it was a missed opportunity. For all the times that Mario had Luigi's back, Luigi did not hesitate to do the same. To me, it's like a reverse of what happened in Luigi's Mansion 3, where Luigi rescues Mario, and Mario wants to help Luigi complete the final boss. Well, that's just me though. Although, I was a little disappointed how Luigi was ignored by everybody. Not just because he didn't get as much spotlight as his brother, but he also wasn't given credit for saving the day. It's all Mario. Peach didn't congratulate him. Even his freaking family only gave recognition to Mario.
Yeah, I'm looking at you, you spaghetti-hogging hippie!
I like to point out that Luigi won by doing absolutely nothing. Okay, wait. Hear me out. Like, I know this is a stretch, but Luigi didn't train to jump or punch or use the power-ups as much as Mario. In his fight with Mario against Bowser, he's just as capable as Mario. So he won by doing absolutely no training. And I just find this really funny. Like I said before, Peach is a badass. She's the strong girl trope done right, which is something I'm sure you've all heard before. And I agree with that crowd. I love how she can do stuff on her own, like completing that level, very similar to Super Mario 3D World when she was a playable character. We don't talk about this game. Instead of saying every 10 seconds, she was very active as a princess. Like an actual ruler. She takes care of the Toads, she makes sure that they're all safe, she makes sure they don't worry about Bowser's incoming threat, and she treats Mario like an equal, not just her savior. Peach only gets captured when she has no other options left. Even so, she still kicks butt. Not only did the Mario movie overtake Frozen 2 in the box office,
And I'm made of ice.
they also have their own Elsa. Go cry about it, Frozen. You've been number one for way too long. Let go. And how she almost single-handedly saved all the people in the cages. Aw, man. I'm gonna call her Queen Peach from now on, and I don't care what everyone else says. Aw, man. Where do I start with this Galapagos Island turtle? He's a very toxic ex in the movie. But it adds on to what I already knew about Bowser, being this tyrannical, fire-breathing, intimidating force from the nether. And I'm all here for it. Jack Black's voice acting for him definitely helped.
Free the fine! Are you kidding me?
Every scene he's in has definitely had my eyes glued to the screen. Especially when he seduces Luigi. Yeah, you know the scene that I'm talking about. It's rather raunchy, don't you think? His motives are weird to me, because it shows that Bowser and Peach had history. Like, there were exes? Or maybe he's just an admirer from afar? It's crazy that Bowser ended up in Brooklyn in the final scene. Anyway, because of how cool, charismatic, and threatening this Bowser is, this Bowser definitely cemented his legacy. In memes especially. Kamek though, this movie actually introduced me to Kamek, and the movie gave me an awesome first impression of Kamek. Ew! The voice the movie gave him was hypnotizing. I don't care if that's not how he sounded in the games. Toad, you gotta admire the man's dedication. To Mario, and to Peach. When Peach tried to evacuate all the Toads, the Toad stayed behind. No wonder why he's her main Toad. Donkey Kong, there's not much to say besides his rivalry with Mario, but I was genuinely surprised to see his father-son relationship he had with Cranky Kong. Kinda like his cartoon back in the day. And if you have Donkey Kong, you gotta have his closest Kongs. Besides Cranky Kong, you got Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, Donkey Kong Jr., even my boy Funky Kong made a cameo. Besides the main characters, there are also side characters who I did not expect to be in the movie. Like King Babomb, King Boo, Little Mac and Doc Lewis in Punch-Out Pizza. This edgy Luma who clearly needs therapy. And they even made the blue shell from the Mario Kart games a legitimate character. I love how sadistic the guy is, because we all know how destructive a blue shell is in the Mario Kart games. He's the definition of chaotic evil. I love him. Also, since when is Pauline the mayor of Brooklyn? So with all this in mind, I give this movie a 9 out of 10. It's not a perfect movie, but if you're a fan of Nintendo, love Easter eggs from the Mario movie, and seeing those famous characters appear in their true selves on the silver screen, then this movie is a great time. Although, there were some issues that I found in the movie.
What? Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
A lot of people talked about this already, and I agree with them, but the movie is a little too fast for my liking. I get it, you're trying to switch from one action scene to another, but I still feel like I didn't get to spend enough time with the Mario characters, which sucks. And also the references. The references are the main highlight of this movie, but to those who don't understand everything, might be a little confused.
Ew! That might explain Rotten Tomatoes then.
For every reference I found after the movie, I loved it even more. Does this put Illumination in a better light?
Yes.
After the Super Mario Bros. Movie, I now learned that Illumination is more capable to make enjoyable movies like these, instead of movies that really draw out the runtime with their stupid, stinky, poopy jokes that nobody ever laughs at. And put the minions in the backseat. They have their fans, but it's Mario's time now. Sorry, Facebook moms. Although this movie in particular is good, maybe because Miyamoto's supervising everything? We'll see in the future.
Also, does this movie give hope to future video game movies? Absolutely.
If I was more familiar with the games, I'd have a lot more to say. But I love the characters, I love the music, I love the Easter eggs, and I love the additions that the movie gave to these characters. Peaches. So yeah, that's all that I have. Thank you for sticking around, and feel free to check out my other content. Thanks for watching, keep being fantastic, and I'll see you later. Peace out, fellas.